Good evening, people. Welcome back to another video. It's Sinclair TV back again. I've got Lottie with us. Lottie, what's going on?
Yeah, good. Been back from work about 10-15 minutes ago.
Wow.
Been on the go since 4:45 this morning, so I don't know how I'm still standing, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to be back on one of my favourite channels. So,
Brilliant
how are you?
stuff.
How's your day been?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been alright so far. I got finished at 4 o'clock today, just after 4, rather than 5 o'clock. I had to go to the gym because I needed to go to the gym. I didn't do long night, but unfortunately, I mean, it's just a workload in a minute, Lottie, do you know what I mean? But so frustrating because at the end of the day, right, there's just more and more work put on us. I can't lie, but at the end of the day, it's enjoyable. And I won't say too much, but it's enjoyable. But there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, so guys, like the video, like what you see, please like, subscribe. Super chats are open as well. If you'd like to become a member, it's just 99p as well. The links are in the description as well, and house rules as well. Please hi to you guys. If you're new to the chat, please remember to keep comments respectful, no all caps, duplicates, and no discussing or promote other channels unless given permission by me. Allow Mars to Mars while you enjoy the show. Thank you very much indeed, guys. Hi to Leslie, welcome to the chat as well. Thank you very much indeed. Hi to Mason, welcome, mate. Super chats as well, like I said, thank you so much. And come on, have your voice heard. Please subscribe. It is free. So if you'd like to make a comment, then you have to subscribe and you can chat it, and it's free as well. And hi to Julie. Hi to you. Hope you're having a lovely day, Jay. How dear me fella nut jobs, how you're doing? That's from Claire, a big Man United fan. Hi to Gary D as well. I hope you're having a lovely day, mate. And yeah, so I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to look at the tables as well. And if you just bear with us a second, and Premier League table as it goes. And if you look at the league tables, Manchester City top of the table on 82 points. They play a game less than Arsenal. They're on 81 points after beat us 2-0. Still not very happy about Lottie, but there you go. Newcastle are in third, 65 points. With United 63, Liverpool creeping into contention now with 62, winning 5 games straight. Tottenham, Brighton, Villa, and if you want to call it Brentford, all vying for a place in Europe, so and Fulham as well. And if you look at the bottom of the table, it's looking bleaker and bleaker for Southampton, getting beat by 4-3 against Nottingham Forest. Leeds, second from bottom, they got to play us. We'll talk about them in Newcastle in a bit. Leicester as well got chance 5-3 against Fulham, and Jamie is very, very, very unhappy things as well. And Everton after a 5-0 win against Brighton. Before we go on, right, I've got a tweet, right, from a guy, Moonlight Dancer, right? Let's look at this one, right? He goes, I'm confused. This is football related. All I can see is you and Alas complaining about what time you got to work. It's just a 2-minute chat, mate. Okay, we're going straight to football.
I haven't spoken to John all day, so it's 2 minutes for that.
Absolutely. So maybe you're new to the chat, new to the channel, Moonlight mate. So just chill out. We're going straight to the football now, pal. Okay. So you want to watch your channel? Cool. But at the end of the day, we're going straight to the football, my guys. So got some more comments as well. Got one from Mark. Big up to Mark. Do you like Rafa? Yeah, I think he's a fantastic player. Turbo, brilliant guy. What a player. I loved him in Newcastle. And big up to Doug as well. Wonderful channel. Please check out his Dugout football channel. Right, let's go straight to it before Moonlight Dancer gets a bit stressed. Okay, sorry, I'm going to mention it as well. So let's come out of that and let's go straight to it. And the first game we're going to talk about, you guessed it, Leeds against Newcastle United. And it's at Ellen Road. Leeds, the second bottom of the league table, and Newcastle, we need to bounce back as well after we got beat off you guys. So, Lottie, what a game this is going to be. Leeds are fighting for their lives. And as for our guys, what can I say? I mean, we need to bounce back very, very quick.
Thing is, you didn't play badly the other day, so it's not going to be too much of a bounce back. You just need to get it in the back of the net. And that is the main thing. But Leeds are going to they're all there at home. They're going to have that 12th man and the fans. Ellen Road is loud. We know this. So, and Leeds somehow towards the end of the season seemed to manage to get out of that relegation zone for last year. So I'm gonna go 2-1 to Newcastle, but like last minute goal from Newcastle just to nick it.
Yeah, I mean, the things we was flying around that Sean Longstaff is doesn't need major surgery on his foot, but he may not play on Saturday. I think ASM may start on Saturday. I hope he does, because we need him there, because we've got some minutes come on to sub, and I'm sure he'll be probably restarting, put Joel in the midfield. And it looks like Meslier could be back for Leeds United and go by the sounds of it. Rodrigo will probably play up top. Bamford probably go to the subs bench. Now, I could be wrong on that. But look, Newcastle are right. We're very good at bouncing back. We really are good at bouncing back, because if we get beat, we do bounce back. Look at the game against Villa. We got beat by them and we bounced back. Yeah.
No,
and,
exactly. That's durability of your team, and that's what you want. You don't want to go on this run where you lose one and then you lose another and another and another, and then it finally kicks in. You want that, okay, we've lost one, let's move on, let's go and get these next 3 points. We need them, sort of thing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that's what you want to see from the Toon.
Correct. And if you look at Leeds' form at the minute, especially at home, because of 11 goals in 2 games, that is absolutely shocking. It really is. It's just a shame. They should have stuck to Gracia. I don't understand why they sack and bring in Big Sam with 4 games to go. I just don't get it. If they really want Sam,
he's a merchant for keeping teams up, and that's the idea of him. Until they'll sack him next season, it's guaranteed, and then they'll bring someone else in to keep them up. Absolutely. That is what's going to happen, in my opinion. So
totally agree. Totally agree.
But if all goes well, they'll be relegated. So
yeah, not at our expense though, because I want these to stay up, but
no, definitely not
at our expense. Not at our. They got West
not at your
Ham
expense, though. No, of course not. But
definitely not.
I don't like Leeds personally.
Fair news. So you're going 2-1. I'm going to say, but we've got to win this game. We will bounce back. I'm going to say 3-1 to Newcastle. We will win this game. It doesn't matter what Sam does, right? But we're going to be too strong for Leeds, because we need to bounce back. ASM's pace is going to cause havoc. If Liam Cooper faces him, my God, or Luke Ayling, well, good luck. Because I tell you something, we will win this game. And Gary's got a comment. Why did you put your YouTube link in the chat for only people that's going to see SSN that's already here, mate? Gary, I think Leslie will probably explain that a bit more, right? But at the end of the day, you have to subscribe to the new ones. To come to me chat, they need to subscribe first, then they can comment as well. And I think it's easy, that sort of thing. So I think Leslie will probably explain that a little bit better. If Jules in the chat, she'll probably say that a bit better as well. But listen, at the end of the day, right, I had Terry Wright came in yesterday. He never subscribed to my channel. He's there for the first time. So he subscribed and went on. And Cockeye guy from Salt Lake, he subscribed as well and chatted as well. So, yeah. So put on to subscribers early. So I don't know, Leslie can explain a bit better. Evening to Stephen, thank you so much for joining the show yesterday, mate. It'd be great seeing you as well. And good show last week to Stephen. Thanks for coming on. Cool. And Jules, good evening to you. Jules, could you explain to the chat about the subscribe mode, please? Yeah, because obviously Gary wants to know, saying that the early people subscribers already here, but for new people, they need to click on subscribe, and then they can have their comment as well. So if you do that first, that'd be brilliant. Thank you very much. Yeah, Leeds Newcastle 3-1 Newcastle, and you've got to stay third as well. Let's go on to the next game. Aston Villa against Tottenham. Villa are fantastic at home under Unai Emery, and Spurs, well, they're a bit of a soft touch away from home. 6 goals against us, 4 against Liverpool. Yeah, Ryan Mason is doing his best to keep that defence tight. But at the end of the day, I can't see any other Villa win, to be fair.
Yeah, no, Villa win, but I do think Harry Kane will get one, especially if they give away a penalty. It'll be Harry Kane's. We know this. But yeah, no, Villa are really strong at home. I do think they will beat Spurs. Yeah. They seem to want Europe more than Spurs at the moment. Oh, sorry, that was my cat sneezing. I do apologise if you heard that.
That's nice.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go for an Aston Villa win. I'm going to go 3-2 to Villa.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's going to be a tight game, but I'm going to say, I'm going to go for a draw in this game. I know it's going to surprise a lot of people. No, actually, I'm going to change my mind. Villa to win by 2-1. I think Villa will win that game. Solid at home. Watkins on fire. Ramsey is getting good. I like Marino at left back. I think he's great. Tyrone Mings is getting better under Emery. I can't lie. But Villa on 8th, Tottenham's in 6th. It's a battle for a place for the Europa League, Euro Conference there. Excuse me. But, I mean, Villa has lost the last 2 games, and Tottenham only picked up 1 out of the last 5. So, I mean, Harry Kane will be on, for their sakes, will be on the fire.
Do you know what? It would be so Tottenham for them to go up there and win that game at this point.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, but I can't bring myself to actually predict them to win.
Yeah. So, yeah, it'll be tough, but we'll see. Let's have a look at this one. For Leslie to Garrett, it was meant to be the subs only can comment and not a link to the actual show. I'm kind of confused. I'll talk them later on. Evening again. I wonder if Tony has done the same thing on his channel. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to comment on that. Like, you know what I mean? We did say something on me DM, which I won't say too much on as well. I'm going to say 7-0 to Leeds. Hello to Tom.
Hello, Tom. My arch nemesis is in the room.
Don. Yeah.
I've been upgraded since I recommended him for your lead show. I've been upgraded from arch enemy to arch nemesis.
Yeah.
Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know.
Bless. Wow, Julie's going 7-0 too. Wow, very, very confident. You know what I mean? Tell you what, though, what can I say, man? Look, at the end of the day, right? I mean, I think Tom's a great guy. I'm looking forward for having him on my show tomorrow night. It'll be 6:30 as well. It's going to be a trial run.
Oh, I might have to drop in on my way home.
Please do. Back to Newcastle. Of course it is, Julie J. Of course. Leeds. Tom. Need a head testing, Tom. Wow. This is like a ding dong. Listen, I'm going to check the gloves.
Tom's energy is fun.
He is silly. Oh, I'm so buzzing having tomorrow. Make sure I get some Leeds fans as well. Couple more comments as well. Bounce back after the Arsenal game. Yes, we need to bounce back. And I take a close 14-13 to win to Leeds, really. He's very confident. I tell you what, it'd be great for the purists and the neutrals, but let's be real.
Do you know what? If we actually battered you more than 2-0,
you could have done.
It's possible, but it was a 2-0 and it was a really good game, so there's absolutely no chance that's going to happen.
Exactly. This is the thing. That's the thing. But it could have been either way, but we took our chances. Could have been a different game. I'm not going to talk about the penalty incident anymore. I can't be bothered. I'm not playing the 7-0 games again. That's Claire. You know what it is, Claire? Your team needs to look over your shoulder. I think it's Liverpool's after. Do you think Newcastle will win? That's in Steve. Of course we will, Steve. Of course we will. Hope you're right. Jules, also Les, and John. Hey, Lotte. From Jules.
Hey, Jules.
So, and big up to Brian as well. Never seen a notification. I'll let you off, mate. He's early enough. Good show last night. Watched it back after. Big up, Stephen, again. Thank you, man. Also, we're lucky to get out Ellen Road alive, to be fair. No comment. I tell you what.
Yeah, let's
go straight to the next game. We're going to talk about Chelsea versus Forest at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea actually won again. They afforded a 007, by the way. Even James Bond would have been proud of it as well. But listen, they afforded 007. They got a 3-1 win against Bournemouth. It was a tough place to go to, but they done it against a Forest side who had a good win against Southampton. They're 16th Forest. They are 3 points clear from the relegation, but their goal difference is not great. Minus 31. They have got the second worst at the bottom 5.
Both of these teams have been a bit naff this season to me, especially Chelsea. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw at the Bridge. They've got no Chilwell, or Reece James, so I'm going for 1-1.
What's happened to Chilwell?
He's got hamstring injury.
Oh, of course, you're
He's
right.
done his hamstring, and so has Solly March at Brighton. I know
Yes.
that. There's only a reason I know that, because I got them in the old FPL, and I can't get rid of them.
Wow.
It
I tell you what,
backfired.
though, to be fair, I mean, Solly March has been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it has.
For Brian, he's one of the better players this season. Let's be real. I can remember years ago we was after him. Brighton said absolutely no chance. Yeah, but at the end of the day, if he perform like he has done,
Bigger clubs will be looking.
I think they will. But I think he's a local lad as well, so I don't think he's going anywhere, to be fair. But you just never know.
But you can say that about the Ben White as well.
Yeah, exactly.
But they will make a pretty bit of money out of them, out of who they sell. But at some point, that club is going to get raided by the Big Six and Newcastle.
Lottie, you know what it is, right? I'm not being funny, but they need to hang on to their best players. I think McAllister will be off. We're going to talk about McAllister later on, so hold that thought as well. So I'm going to say Chelsea 3, Forest 2. There'll be goals in this game. I'm going to go with Chelsea win, and we'll see what happens on that. Chelsea to win 2-1. That's from Steve. Good to see you, Brian. Hi, Les. How you doing? 10 minutes extra time in that game, Nottingham Forest versus Southampton. Wow, that's a lot, isn't it? That's a lot. Right, let's go on to the next one. Sorry about this, guys. It will be Crystal Palace against Bournemouth at Selhurst Park. Well, Palace home form under Hodgson's been fantastic. Bournemouth's away form's not too bad, to be fair. I'm not going to lie. But if you look at the league tables on those two, Crystal Palace is safe as houses, 40 points, and they're. Let's have a look. And 40 points, and Bournemouth 39 points where they're safe as well. Let's be real.
Yeah.
And the goal difference is again, it's worse, 30 minus 30. I think it's going to be a draw, 2-2 draw.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go with that as well. I mean, they're both in great form. They're playing for the wins for the fans now. They're both safe. So, yeah, I'm going to go 2-2 as well.
Yeah, I mean, you know what it is, right? The atmosphere at Palace is absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. It really is. You know what I mean? And back of behind the goal is just brilliant there. But you know what it is, right? I think they're just a really good side. But Bournemouth under Gary O'Neill, he's done fantastic, Lottie. He really has done a fantastic job there.
He has. And definitely, especially, I think they're the team that's most surprised me this season, especially with their results. They've been absolutely bloody brilliant. So, yeah.
Exactly. And I think, his name's been linked to be manager of the year.
Yeah.
And I just...
you know what? He's in for a shot. Between our managers and him, he's in for a shot, for sure.
100%. But I would never rule him out as manager of the year. I wouldn't. But I think Eddie Howe's got a great chance as well, by the way. He really, really has. But we'll see what happens on that one. And we're just going to plot on to the next one. I'll say 2-2. I'm going to go with this one, Man United against Wolves. Now, I tell you what, Man U is under pressure to keep in the top 4, and Wolves are safe after they beat Villa by a goal to 0. Listen, I think Wolves conceded 6 goals against Brighton, if my memory serves correctly. They were poor that day, but they bounced back well.
It was 6.
It was 6. Yeah, Brighton had a goal ruled out, didn't they? But Man U, my God, they need to look over to the shoulder, Lottie, because I tell you something now, right? They got some tough games coming up. Let's be real about it, yeah. And they need the points for so many reasons, man.
Yeah, no, exactly. The thing is, I don't think Wolves have got a chance in hell at Old Trafford. I'll be honest with you. I'm expecting like maybe a 1-0 to United. Wolves haven't been that appealing this season for me. They got the odd win here or there, but it's just not exciting football. They're sort of treading water, but there's nothing there. For me, they haven't got that player that's got something about them that I think, oh yeah, I'll watch Wolves today because I want to watch this person. Do you know what I mean? It's just something's not there for me.
Sure. I think I dare say, I mean, I'm sure Macy's going to be happy with this as well. I'm going for a Man U 2-0 win. A 2-0 win for United for me. I really do. And I think they're going to bounce back because they know full well Liverpool's right behind them. And if they don't win this game and drop out of the top 4, that would be great for us as well if we win Leeds on Saturday. So it's going to be interesting. Very, very interesting, people.
Definitely.
So,
John, just to warn you and warn everybody, the Arsenal women are playing on Sky Sports in about 3 minutes till kick off. So if I could scream my head off, we scored.
yes.
Funny enough, we are playing Brighton tonight down in Crawley, which is a bit mad considering we've got them on Sunday. So.
Well, you know what it is, right? You love women's football, then check out LOTTIES content.
I've managed to bag myself a ticket for Aston Villa at the end of the season. It's been sold out for months, and I got offered one this morning. I was like, yes.
Get in. Well done. Definitely. Well done you. Well done you. Well done you. I hope you enjoy it too. Chelsea should win that game. That's a Julie against Forest. All good. Chatting to Brian. Brighton's recent form feels designed specifically to wind us up, beating Wolves 6-0, and Man United then losing to Forest and Everton. That's Mr. T. And Julie said Palace will win that tight game, though. I said 2-2, but that could go either way. It will be a good game as well. Yeah, it'll be a good game. Julie again, Wolves will win that, or is it wishful thinking? I hope it's the case, Julie. I hope they do beat Man United. I really do.
We all want them to win, but I just can't see it at Old Trafford. Might have had a chance if Wolves are at home for me, but you're at Old Trafford. I agree.
Exactly. And you know what it is, right? I mean, look, you don't know which Wolves going to turn up. I hope Ruben Neves score a blockbuster against them in the 90th minute to help us win the keep us in third place. So really good games coming up. Going to be in very interesting few weeks. That's Sinclair, absolutely. And I hate football. He's only saying that because
Tom, you're lying to yourself.
Hey, we'll probably just bottle it again. That's Sinclair. If we finish third and they don't get manager of the year, then the panel is corrupt. That just sums it up. Sums it up, Steve. You're right. Wolves should be relegated for just losing to Leeds twice. Unbiased opinion.
That's a bit harsh.
I know. I mean, unbiased opinion, Man U, not the team they were, used to be amazing. Now, nowhere near as good. You know what it is, right? I still don't think this United team is that great. I really don't. I really don't. Go back a couple of years ago, I said it, right? It's the worst United team I've seen in years. It really, really is.
Do you know what? I think with them, it's a mentality thing. They're just not together as a team. And it's too many individual stars and not a team sort of thing. I mean, Arsenal had that problem a few years. Well, maybe just as Arteta started, we had that problem and we no longer have it. And we're actually a team now. And it's just great to see.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what it is? It's all about giving managers time. Give managers time to show what they can do. They get it right. So,
I know exactly, but the fans are impatient, the boards are impatient. Well, how are these managers supposed to do their jobs? I mean, how many have been sacked this season?
Quite a few.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at the table.
It's more than usual, put it that way.
Exactly. And you know what it is, right? Lottie, that big up to Nottingham Forest for hanging on to Steve Cooper. They could have sacked him, but you know what?
Stuck with him. They've stuck with him.
And they're going to get their rewards at the end of the season. They will get their rewards.
No, definitely. I hope they do. Want that.
Yeah, exactly. And then keep him on for next season as well. Keep him on. Do not sack him. He got me up for a long time. Keep him.
No, definitely.
Exactly. God knows what's going on with the boys at the minute, but it's brutal to watch. Fingers crossed we play the game. That's Sinclair. And I think Wolves have a shock in them. Could well be.
A bit like the Brighton score the other night.
Exactly.
Don't
forget the like and share. Thank you, Jules. They need to gel together, which they're not. That's from Julie. No, something's going on, but God knows what. And Bance between Julie did improve once Ronaldo went, though. Yeah, they did, Ashley. They did. Do you think Ten Hag can sort it out and where they need to talk to Claire? And big up to Spurs. Big up. I'll try and get you on next season, mate, for a preview show as well. I'll try and get Brian on again as well. So for that game, what are you going for? I'm going for Team United.
I'm going to go 2-1 Man United.
Okie dokie. So let's go on to the next one. We're going to go on to Southampton. They will be relegated if they lose to Fulham, and that's all there is to it because they got 3 games left. They are 8 points in safety. I think they're done. They really are done. The most can get is 33, but if Everton or Forest pick up more points, or Everton pick up another point, then Southampton will be relegated.
No, definitely. The thing is, Fulham are on fire though, so I can't really see Southampton coming back. I think they're going, and it's kind of sad to see, but I think they're definitely secured their spot already, even if there's a point in it. I can't see them beating Fulham at all. I can't see it. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Fulham.
Do you know what, Lotte? I've got to go 3-0 to Fulham.
Ooh.
I'm going to say 3-0 because I think Fulham's got goals in them. And I wonder if Mitrovic back. I don't know if he's back now, because if he is, then that's going to be bad news for Sins, you know what I mean? But Southampton, let's be real, they're going down. And I'll tell you something else as well, that their manager as well, you're not going to get the job. I just cannot see it as well. There's just no way. I really don't, because at the end of the day, right? I mean, it's his job to keep them up, and he didn't.
Yeah, it's just... Go on, John.
And you know what it is, right? I mean, let's be real, right? I think Southampton should never, ever, and I mean ever, and Ruben Sellers, by the way, he don't get a job in the Championship. It's just no way. But for me, they should never, ever sack Hatterhussel. Never. Yeah. I just don't get it at all whatsoever. Because I'll tell you something. Because I'll tell you something now, right? I mean, that is a massive mistake. They needed a striker, right? And they didn't give him a striker. Do you know what I mean? They just got him the young players, got no Premier League experience, right? Yeah. To be fair, that Lavia is a great player. He's going to be moved on at the end of the season. Yeah. Lichcore will be moved on as well. A couple others going to be leaving anyway. So there you go. So I'm going to go 3-0 to Fulham. Out of the way, I got some more comments coming in, and it doesn't help having no cash. And the seller, everything else, hopefully will be sold. Things might pick up over the next couple of seasons. They need a new ownership as well. You take care, Tom. Catch you tomorrow, man. And get back to work. Earn some pennies as well, mate. Earn some pennies. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm sure 6:30 it'll be. 4 likes. Come on, get this likes going, please, peeps. Thank you very much indeed. And I'll tell you what it is, right? I mean, just smash it, please. It's not good enough tonight. It's not good enough.
But Les has a very good point now.
Yes, Fulham haven't really missed midfield goals. Yeah, Harry Wilson's banging goals.
So is William as well.
William smashing goals as well. I think he's gonna have too much for Southampton on Saturday, 110%. So definitely gonna be. I'll go down for 3-0 as well. So tell us what you think. Please just smash the likes, please. Just help us out a little bit if you can. That'd be brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. And the next one I'm going to talk about as well is a bit slow this tonight. I do apologise.
Absolutely no worries.
And there's going to be Brentford versus West Ham when it comes up. There you go. And that's a London derby as well. That's going to be on Sunday. Right. And that's going to be a kickoff at 2:00.
Oh, I think this will be a nice, easy 2-0 for Brentford, personally. 2-0 Brentford. I can't see. Have West Ham actually won over at Brentford? I don't think they have.
I don't think they have at all. Not
so
at all.
I don't think they're going to let that record go at the moment. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they haven't.
I don't think they have, you know. I'm sure did they get beat last season? I'm sure they did.
Yeah, I'm sure Brentford took the points.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. I'm sure. I know Brentford beat them away last season and all that.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it. I'm actually going to look this up. I'm curious now.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. I'm sure Brentford beat them away.
All right, let's have a look.
I'll go for the comments while you do that. Yeah,
no worries.
Let's have a look at this one as well. Fulham haven't really missed mid-roll goal-wise. Thought that's very, very true. And I reckon we've got the right guy for the job. We need some fresh blood. but Ten Hag has worked wonders for us. He's made some unquestionable changes at times, but he's got to work on what he has got. And you know what? He doesn't moan about it. He gets on with it as well. First thing I'll do, and got one here too.
John, they've never beaten Brentford.
West Ham, yeah, you're right.
In
I
recent
know
years,
Brentford beat them last season away from home.
Yeah, the last time West Ham beat Brentford was 17th of April, 1993.
Flipping heck. That's gone back 30, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and that was League Division 1 as well, before the Prem was the Prem, so to speak.
Well, I tell you what, as well, I could see a Brentford win that game.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go Brentford 1, West Ham 0 in that game. It's going to be so tight. But I'm going for a Brentford win. But West Ham,
yes,
don't worry about
1-0 to the Arsenal. Get in. I've just missed the goal. It's me looking up something. I've looked down and I think Stina Blackstonis has got one in. Get in.
Wow, there you go. Arsenal, Lancers are winning.
Yeah, beating Brighton, ironically. Let me just watch this goal.
Big up.
Oh, they've let her get away there. Oh, dear. Oh, there was a foul there. Hang on. Okay, it must count then. Fair enough. Sorry.
Sorry, it's fine. That's absolutely fine.
No, she fell over her own feet. Okay, that's fine. That's cool.
And cool stuff. Brilliant stuff. 1-0 to Arsenal. Let's go on to the next one. I've got to read this comment out as well. That post chatting as well as our Claire. Oh, it's 10. Bless you. Bless her. And somebody else was welcome. And back to grand Lottie. Bless. Let's go on to the next one there. And we're going to go to Everton, who beat Brighton by 5-1. They're going to take on a Man City side, or I've got one eye on the Champions League semi-final against Real Madrid. We know Manchester's going to win the league, but Everton are fighting for their lives. And can they pull off a surprise against Man City?
They would be doing us a massive favour if they did. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. The thing is, we had that shock score at Brighton, and that was away as well, down at the Amex, which was complete and utter madness to me, to be honest with you. Because you haven't seen a scoreline like that to Brighton in a very long time. So I don't know. I don't know what happened there. I mean, the lineup looked pretty solid in that last game. But if Everton are going to fight to stay up, which they're one of those irritating clubs that do, they're going to have, if they're going to lose, they're going to have to minimise it to 1-0 to see. But my heart says 2-1 to Everton, but my head says 2-0. Oh, she's done it again. Yes.
Oh man.
2-0. 2 in 7 minutes. Yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
Sorry. You did
warn
us, though, didn't you?
My head says 2-0 City. Heart says 2-1 Everton.
I'm gonna go for a surprise. I'm gonna go for a really good surprise. I'll probably get Lynch for it as well. But I think Everton's gonna win this game. I think I'm gonna go for Everton win.
I can't be that brave. That's why I've got 2 scores. I just don't know. I got half the Newcastle Arsenal score right, so I'm happy with that. I said 2 goals either way. So
I'm gonna say 2-1 Everton, because I think Man City's got way out on the Champions League against Real Madrid.
Yeah,
and we don't know what
that's what they want more than the Premier League. You know, that's the one thing they haven't got, and that's what they want.
I tell you what it is, though, Lottie. Right? They're playing. I think the kickoff times. Man City's playing first before use, and if they lose that game, you're back in the race.
It's on. Like, the pressure is on anyway. So it's just game by game at the minute. I'm not counting my chickens just yet, so to speak.
You know what?
Game by game, step at a time. I expected to lose up at St James's Park. We didn't, so step at a time.
Absolutely. I reckon it's gonna be 2-1 to Everton for me, and I will stand by it. Wow. No one stands a chance against City while they got the bloody Terminator on the pitch.
Merchant. I just haven't seen that goal. I said the other 2 Norwegians at Arsenal. I've seen some absolute weldies off them. One's in the girls' women's team. one's in the men's team. But I just haven't seen that worldie from Haaland yet. It's just not. I'm waiting for it, and it's like almost May, and I'm like, where is it? I think I've had 2 from Odegaard this season. I've had 2 from Freedom Arnhem. Where's Haaland's?
Haaland. I tell you what, if he plays on Sunday, that's going to be a worry. But I've got a feeling that they're going to play Alvarez in that game as well. And it's just as good.
I actually like watching him play. It's a bit of an odd one, but I was like, okay, you're into it. Like,
he's quite silky, isn't he? He's quite silky.
Yeah, that's the word.
He's quite silky on the ball, and he's not quick, but he gets there. He scores, and he tracks back as well. And when he does tracks back, then he's in your face all the time. But I got one for Gary. I really every time the ones for 3 teams that goes down, John. Do you know what it is, Gary? I'm not so sure now. I'm not sure at all if they're going to get relegated because they're big Bournemouth in a couple weeks' time. And I think they get some against Wolves as well. I think Sean Dyche's done a terrific job there. Do you know what I mean?
No, definitely. He's another one who knows how to get rid of a relegation fight.
Absolutely. And you got Claire as well. No, he just gets in the bloody way all the time. And that's Ireland. Very quick on the FFP front. Wonders have sorted end of the season. We don't know that, Gary.
Yes! Open goal 3-0. Get in. Stina Blackstenius has a hat-trick in 10 minutes. Oh
beautiful.
Flags up. Never mind.
Flags up.
It's just one thing I hate about the women's game is the flag goes up too slow.
Exactly. Pull it up. If it's offside, just pull it up there, man.
Yeah, just put it straight up.
Exactly.
To be honest with you, the keeper was out in the D. I don't know what she was doing. She's very lucky there.
Very lucky. Bless. We've got one. So I'm going to go to Everton. You're going to say the same.
Heart says Everton 2-1. Head says Man City 2-0.
Wow. Well, there you go. So we go over that one. We've got one Arsenal against Brighton. You know what it is, right? I think Arsenal do not like playing Brighton at all, do they? Last season, they got beat by 2-1. Brighton's going there looking for the similar result there. And also, they got Arsenal beat Brighton by 4-2, where it could have been 4-3. However, this game could go either actually goals in this game, and obviously Arsenal just going to nick it.
Do you know what? I think we're going to have... I want them points. So I'm going to back my team to beat them. I mean, the girls have beaten them 2-0 already. With just under 15 minutes in. I'm going to go 3-2 to the Arsenal.
That's what I'm going.
That's going to be a stressful game, but 3-2.
Yeah. Wow. I'm going to say the same 3-2. There'll be goals in it. That could be game of the day, game of the weekend.
I can't see Ramsdale keeping a clean sheet this week. I just can't. Not with the likes of McAllister about.
No. We're going to talk about McAllister later on as well, because in the transfer bit as well. So I'm going to say 3-2 as well. That's on Sunday as well with a 4:30 kickoff. It's going to be a cracking game. That would be worth a watch. Could be worth a watch along. You just never know, but we'll just see. Yeah. And let's go on to the next one, the final one of the game. Week 36. It's going to be Leicester against Liverpool. We all Leicester. Leicester, you got one job to do. Beat Liverpool. You beat Liverpool, we will love you. And you could stay up.
Yeah, it's a must-win for them. I mean, it's kind of weird watching both the men's and women's team fight relegation. It's kind of sad, to be honest with you. But yeah, no, Leicester need to beat Liverpool. I don't know if Doug's still here, but yeah, Leicester need to beat Liverpool. But I just can't see it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can't see it either, to be fair. I mean, I've gone 3-1 to Liverpool in that game, unfortunately. But
yeah, I'd agree with that.
We got to do our bit on Saturday, because if we don't do our bit on Saturday against Leeds, then we have got a serious problem there.
Yeah, 100%.
If you look at the table, like I said as well earlier, I mean, Liverpool now are what? Are they a point? Is it? Are points behind United, right?
That's 3 behind you, isn't it? Because you're 2 ahead of them.
Exactly. We got a +7. We got a +7 goal difference over Liverpool. So if Liverpool do win the game,
that's something. So it's a little bit of a squeaky bum time, but not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Leicester, you've got one job. You've got one job.
Absolutely.
Just win.
Got one job. Just win against Leeds. How we want to do it. If you don't have to be pretty, just seal the deal. That's all you got to do.
Exactly.
Seal the deal. Got one from Julie J. Depends which Liverpool turns up on the day. Julie, we're all Leicester on Monday night. We're going to cheer for Leicester. Let's do it, Leicester.
Yeah.
And if Leicester Tour Dies watching, Ant's TV channel is watching as well, please just do one thing and beat them, Warrior. Please do.
Exactly.
That's all you got to do. So, and got one to Leslie. Would love to see, seeing a Leicester win. Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, right? I mean, if they beat Liverpool, that could turn the season around very, 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 very quickly. But there you go. So we've gone through all the predictions there. And if you just give us a guaranteed goal scorer, give us a guaranteed goal scorer for the weekend.
Martin Odegaard.
Yeah, Martin Odegaard. I knew you'd say that. I'm going to say.
Do you want me?
Go on.
Do you want me to say one that's not Arsenal? Because I just went for one of my boys straight away.
Yeah, so you can say one from you.
I'm going to go with Billing from Bournemouth.
Good shout. I'm going to say Isak from Newcastle. And I'm going to say an Arsenal player. And I'm going to say Jesus.
Ooh. That's possible. Do you know what? I have a feeling Saka will score this weekend, though, as well. I do. He's due a goal.
Star boy.
Due a goal. I was hoping for one at Newcastle, but just came off the post. So, yeah. No, he's due a goal.
100%. Because at the end of the day, I mean, he deserves.
Oh, yeah.
He's due one because he should. I mean, I tell you what, the way Pope kicked it straight out to Saka, or nearly did. I tell you something. It's absolutely incredible, man. How did he not go away with that one? I don't know. So we've done all the predictions as well. We'll talk about McAllister for Brighton. Well, according to a post, right, that Liverpool's made an offer for this guy for 70 million quid. And it looks like he could be off in the summer, leaving Brighton to go to Liverpool. And Liverpool desperately needs a midfielder. And if it's going to be him, how do you think he'll do?
Unfortunately, he's the perfect fit. I don't enjoy saying that, but I feel like he's going to be the perfect fit up there. Whether Brighton will let him go for that is a different story. Although they probably will take the money after the money they got for Ben White off us. So
yeah,
I can see him going. I'll be honest with you. I can see him going up there and getting them back on track, so to speak.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I think that could be a mover. I don't think Brighton's going to sell McAllister and Caicedo at the same time. They will not do that. It's one or the other. For me,
it's one or the other.
Yeah. If it's going to be one or the other, if it's going to be McAllister, personally, then
if they were going to sell both, they'll be done. They'll be relegated. They'll be going back to Championship, in my opinion.
I don't think they go down, like, you know.
The thing is, if once two of your top players sort of go, it starts to trickle. Other people are going to want to leave, like Mitoma and a few others. I can see them going. I can't see Solly March leaving personally, but maybe Mitoma because he's on heavy rotation at the minute. He's not getting the minutes. He's not really scoring though, so I get it. So it's a bit of a tough one. It all depends on if McAllister is the first sort of pebble to drop from the mountain, so to speak.
Totally agree. And there's a player, right, who I think Brighton really missed. He's retired as well because of a heart condition. Enoch Erepu, I tell you what, this guy would have been some player. The guy that scored that cracking goal against Hughes last season. I tell you something now, him to retire, right? And Erepu, that guy is absolutely sensational player.
No, completely agreed. It is disappointing when players like that have to retire. But you've also got to think of although they play football, you've got to think of them as a human being as well. They've got to look after themselves first, regardless what us fans think. Otherwise, 100%. We'll be looking at Eriksen's situation again, or Moamba? I can't remember his first name. Is it Maurice Moamba? Who had the heart attack?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's
yeah.
is it Fabric? I've forgotten his first name.
Yeah, but he played
I
for
was quite young when it happened.
I know his name. I know who he is.
Is it Fabrice?
Fabrice, yeah. Fabrice.
Moamba.
Moamba,
Yeah.
that's the one.
Otherwise, we're going to have those situations again. And
yeah.
I don't. Put it this way, Ericsson in that World Cup has given me PTSD. Every time a player goes down, I'm like, are they moving? That is the first thought in my head. Like, especially when they're like very still.
That is the
and
thing.
It's scary, honestly.
Absolutely, man. It's just absolutely sad, man. You got to look after your health first as well. Your health comes first, Lottie, all the time. And if you don't, then it could go wrong for you. Do you know what I mean? But he took doctor's advice. Kind of play. I hope there's a position for him, by the way, at Brighton. I hope there is, man. Because I tell you what, he deserves it.
Oh, they'll find something in the academy or something, because he's such a great player, and he needs to pass them skills on to the next gen, I think.
Totally agree there, 100%. And also on the transfer front as well, that Newcastle want to buy James Maddison in the summer as well. But apparently he's spoken to Kieran Trippier and about what's the stage like up in Newcastle, right? And also Tottenham wants him as well. James Maddison, they want 60 million quid Leicester. If they get relegated, I'm not sure they're going to get 60 mil for James Maddison. They may have to drop the price there as well.
Yeah, no, they would have to drop the price. But if he's got any sense, he'll head up north to Newcastle and stay away from North London.
Exactly. Don't face Tottenham.
At least with you guys, he'll have a chance of winning something again.
Exactly. And you know what it is, right? I mean, look, James Maddison, when he's injury free, that guy is absolutely fantastic. He really, really is. I really like him. And also, Liverpool has been according to reports as well, are ready to bid 87 million quid for Bruno Guimaraes from Newcastle. And I'll be clear now, right? Whatever Jude Bellingham's worth, then Bruno Guimaraes will be the same money as Jude Bellingham. And I'll tell you what as well, also in the race with him is Barca and PSG in the race as well. But let's be real, he's got to sign a new contract.
He's playing in the best league of the world. Why would he want to go back to those leagues? I mean, he came from the French league, if I remember rightly. He's come to play the next level football, and that is the Premier League. And he's doing so well up with you guys. So why would he want to leave? Unless he's money driven.
Exactly.
That is the only reason I can see him leaving.
Very, very
Unless
true.
he does an Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think he'd be Alexis Sanchez part Mark 2. Definitely no way.
To be honest with you, the rumor with that one, the rumor was the first day of training, he saw the facilities and he called his agent and said, I want to go back to Arsenal.
Yeah.
That's the rumor. I think he's actually said it in an interview somewhere. I'll have to dig it out. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. He's admitted the biggest mistake of his life was leaving Arsenal.
Wow. What can you do, eh?
Yeah.
Everyone makes their mistakes. Hey ho. You got to do what you got to do.
He just paid a bit more for it. The thing is, he could have been such a much greater player than he was if he stayed.
Yeah. Exactly.
And we loved him. He could do no wrong. And then he did that. I
know. It is what it is now. Do you know what I mean? But
I'm fine with it. I think the one that really ticks me off is Van Persie. That hurt. Anybody else, no comparison for me.
Nah. You know what it is, right? The way you treated GS sort of thing. You could have just stayed off another year and went on a free. But for you to let Van Persie go to United, right? You handed him a title. You handed the title as well in the very same season, man.
Yep.
Because I'll tell you something now.
That is why he's known as Van Snake. No.
Robin Van Snake. Can you imagine us, right? Sold Bruno to Manchester City, right? I mean, for 120 mil, right? We were top of the table. Man City were fifth, and they paid 120 mil, right? And then they go to win the title, and we miss out on Champions League. End of the day, they'll be the biggest winners. We'll be the biggest losers. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
We'll never ever sold Bruno G to a Premier League club. That's not going to happen. We'll not do that.
You need to have a savvy buying and selling department. Exactly. As long as you've got that, you're fine. I can vouch for Les, we're on the same page. When Ericsson went down, his international football, I was a neutral fan. Like I liked Ericsson. I like Ericsson as a player as well. So it was like, oh my god, no, because I've actually met him and he's actually he's a nice guy. He's a really, really nice guy. So, yeah, no, I get that.
I get that as well. What a guy, what a play he was as well.
But it's scary when anyone goes down like that either way. It is just scary.
I agree. It's not good, man. And I hope players are healthy every single day.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I think since then they've started, because it's happened. This is twice now, because he technically died on the pitch.
He did.
So I think now that they've got the defibrillators, they're doing more tests and checking general health as well. I know they're doing a load of research into the link in between headers and dementia as well at the moment, which is fairly interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got one here from Leslie as well. First of all, think how we feel, Lottie. The fabulous Fabian Schär is king of head trauma as he is. He's been out so many times. He's a tough cookie, right? The thing is, though, I mean, can he make the Champions League next season? Should we get that? We definitely need a centre back as well.
You're going to have to add to that depth, because you can't rely on that back four to play all games. You can't. Trippier could probably cope with it, but he's because of his. I feel like because of his age and his injuries, he's going to have to niggle. So you got to be careful.
Yeah. You're right.
As much as he wants to continue playing, he needs to be careful.
Exactly. We need a left back as well, because I don't think Target's going to be here next season. Dan Burn, I like him, but he's going to take on Barlas sort of thing on the wings as well. That's going to be a big test for him as well. I hope he does well.
If I'm honest with you, he's going to get terrorised every time he sees Saka. I don't mean to be funny. He's going to get terrorised every time that fails. Can you imagine like younger talent coming through that are just as good as him? He's going to get terrorised. You need some depth to that space.
Can you imagine, right, if Kvaratskhelia played on the right, not on the left, and he faced Dan Burn? I tell you something, Dan Burn would get rinsed every single time.
He'd be shredded.
It'd be shredded. I'll tell you what, I mean, Napoli would turn, Kvaratskhelia would turn him to spaghetti bolognese. They would. I'll tell you that now. Like Juve could be Champions League, Milan as well, Inter as well. Can you imagine that? Let's be real. And I'll tell you what as well, we definitely need a left back, specialised left back. But we'll see. We go for the comments as well. And Jag44, absolutely fine, mate. I hope you're well too. And if so, hi to Jules and Les as well. No player is going to say no to coming to us next season. Depends who it is, Stephen. Depends who it is. But at the end of the day,
although you can shoot Champions League, the consideration of trophies will be looked into, so to speak. So you've got the pick of the bunch, but it's if the players are willing to invest in the project, and that is what you want. It's a bit like Jesus and Zinchenko. They've invested in the project.
Yeah.
So that is why they came to Arsenal. Although City wanted red, they came to us because they're invested in Arteta's project, and they've worked with Arteta as well. So that's a plus. That's a plus.
Agree. And we've got one here. Unless a higher team bids for them, that's true. Just chatting up the Toon. Yes, Lottie, and also as well. All player John Toon is suffering from brain disease associated with head in the ball. His family had to raise funds through GoFundMe to pay his care. That's all wrong. You know what it is, Leslie? That is shocking. Absolutely shocking. They should be supporting
the club should be. I feel like with their veterans should be supporting them. Yes, they get all bloody hell side netting again. Sorry, she's looking for that hat-trick. She's done it twice in 2 minutes. It's just. It is sad. The club should be supporting their veteran players, and to see that it is sad. It really is. I mean, I think who was it? There was one of our veteran players. He had dementia, and Arsenal had him in and around the club. And his daughter openly spoke about how he's only really himself in and around the club. And then when they go home some days, doesn't recognise her, and it just breaks the heart. It doesn't matter who you are. If it's a family member, it's like your mum or your dad, and they don't recognise you, it kills you. Even your grandparents. So
I'm gonna have to agree, because look, at the end of the day, right? I mean, they should be doing clubs should be doing more, right? And I'm sure our orders will look at that sort of thing. You know what? We will help this guy. Do you know what I mean? And I'm sure they will. And you know, some of the clubs. Yeah, some clubs nowadays, right, they just don't seem to care. If you had Mike Ashley, right, as owner of Newcastle United right now, I'm not going to lie, he probably wouldn't give two hoots about people. Do you know what I mean? He wouldn't have opened up the lasses football. He wouldn't do charities at all whatsoever. And you know what it is, right? I can't lie. He just doesn't really care. But at this moment in time, you know, I hope they sort him out as well. I really, really do. And let's hope that is the case. So just wrap up these comments there as well. Anyone else just feels drained today, can't even be bothered playing FIFA. It's too hot. It's been warm today here as well, which is fantastic.
No, it's not been that warm. It's actually been quite nice. It's not cold. It's lovely.
Aye, it's spot on today here. Beautiful day. I mean, back 10 o'clock has been really warm today. So back to that's a decent weather as well. So we're gonna wrap it up there, as well, because we're just gonna do. Oh, I know you gotta watch your football as well. Gotta watch the.
I am glancing down, John. I am listening. I promise.
No, that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
We're just, the girls are all over them. It's great. They've not been into half once in half an hour. It's brilliant. If anybody does want to watch, it's on Sky Sports.
Brilliant stuff. There you go. Check it out as well. I thought the PFA was supposed to help all professionals don't understand their purpose. And the game's kicking off between Milan and Inter for Champions League semi-final. Italian football is back, and it is. That time I got Van blasting me in the face, and wow, that's from Brian and Lottie. That game,
Gary, it's on Sky Sports. Sky Sports main event.
Main event. So there you go. Right, we're going to wrap up there, guys. And thanks so much in the chat for watching us as well. I'll see you back tomorrow for the preview show. 6:30 is going to be on, not 7 o'clock, 6:45, 6:30, please. And Lottie, can you tell us where we can find you, please, on your socials there?
No, definitely. You can find me at Lottie_AWFC. Or you can find me on Vic Akers Wonderland, where I cover the women's football, mostly Arsenal and the WSL at the moment. We occasionally dip into the Championship and below,
Thank you,
but it's not very often. It's mainly towards the end of the season. You've got relegation battle, and then you've got who's coming up. So it's exciting times at the moment. Really exciting times. With Arsenal have got 3 games to go after tonight, so going to be good, and we're still in for the title as well. So if we win this, we're in for the title still. So
fantastic.
Going to send a rocket up Man United's backside.
Wow. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Jules. Thank you, Leslie, as well. So there you go. So do go and check out our wonderful channel as well. The link's in the description as well. And if you like channel, if you like what you see, then please like and subscribe. Also, super chat. Also, become a member at 99p as well. I'll see you back tomorrow for a match preview with Mr. Tom. So check us out for that 6:30 as well. And going to be like an early kickoff for us as well, because I may have got things to do there as well. Big up to Jack44. You take care as well, mate. And like I said, also do check out my MatchDay Vlogs as well, which I've done, right, for the fan side and also the stadium side as well. Also check out my shorts I've done with Steve Riff as well on the short side. So please check out for that as well. And take care, Les. You take care as well. Forza Linda. I hope it's you as well. And Julie Jill. And
who's going to win? Who's going to win the derby then, John?
For me, going for experience, I'm going to go with Milan over 2 legs, and I'll tell you for why. It's because Milan's got the history as well. They've got what it takes in this kind of competition as well. Inter, listen, they have an up and down season. They're second or third Serie A, and and Simone, I'm sure they're going to be changing their coach next season, unfortunately for Simone. But at the end of the day, whoever takes over Inter Milan has got a terrific job. It's a precious job. They want the title, and they will make damn sure to get that title back at some stage. So it's
Yeah.
an open one, and it's going to be a tough game. So I'm looking forward to it. So Macedonia, one of the best derbies in world football. So I'd love to do a Milan derby. One day I will. So listen, thanks so much for that chat. So I will quickly before we wrap up, but thanks so much for joining chat. Back tomorrow for the preview show. Until then, is ciao and arrivederci.